Good Monday morning from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. I'm Rose Abbott, and this morning we are going to be doing, I call it a pizza casserole, or it's like an Italian dish. I'm using gluten-free pasta, and you can use any kind of pasta that you want. This morning I have rotini, and I've already got it on cooking right here. And I'm just cooking it according to the package directions. I'm cooking it 7 minutes. It's got 3 more minutes. And we're doing chicken. And then it's going to have chicken, pepperoni, spaghetti sauce, cheeses, salami. So it's delicious. It's going to have black olives. Our timer just went off on our pasta. So I'm going to drain it in my colander right here. And I'm just going to let it sit while I prepare our chicken. And I've got some onions and peppers, red and orange peppers cut up. And so I'm going to saute those before I cook my chicken. And I'm just going to kind of get a light saute on them because they won't cook. We don't have to cook, everything in the casserole will be cooked. So we don't have to cook it that long in the oven. So I like to saute and pre-cook my onions and peppers just a little bit. And and then it'll be time to stir fry our chicken. I'm doing it in just small pieces. You can do it in bite-sized pieces. You can do it in just enough like for a serving. And this is some chicken breasts that I got from Walmart this morning. And they were really big. They were huge chicken breasts. So I took them and I cut them in half. Then I cut them again. And I'm just seasoning them with salt and pepper, because we're going to have plenty of other seasoning in our dish. And so you don't need any other kind of. I guess you could put a little basil or oregano on it if you wanted to, but I'm not going to do that this morning. So we're going to, when our peppers and onions have cooked a little bit, then I'll be right back with you. We're going to cook our chicken. Okay, our peppers and onions are ready. I don't cook them a lot. I just saute them a little bit and get them tender. And because in the casserole, it's going to cook about 20-25 minutes in the oven. And you don't want them to, you still want them to be kind of al dente. And like I've got salt and pepper on my chicken. And I just pan fry it. You like salami?
Not really.
I love it. Okay, our chicken is ready. So I'm taking it out of the pan. And then all that's left is just to put our casserole together. So it's a very easy, simple dish, and it's absolutely delicious. And I've got my gluten-free pasta here. And I'm using, this is Classico tomato and basil, and it has 0 added sugar. Sometimes I use Paul Newman because it has 0 added sugar. And also, I get this from Aldi's. It's Regano. It's a marinara sauce, and it also has 0 added sugar. So anything that has the 0 added sugar, if you don't want sugar, then you can use. So I don't layer this because I'm just making a small casserole today. Now if I was making a big one, which usually, this is like an 8 by 10. I do a 9 by 13 most of the time. But today I'm just doing a small one, so I'm not going to layer it. So I put my pasta in there, and then I just put my sauce over it. And I'll usually use the whole jar because we don't like it dry. We like it. And I always wash my jar out because I try to get all that goodie that I can. So I'll put that. And I save these jars because when we harvest our honey, well, I think this one is probably a regular size lid, like a quart jar, a pint jar. But when we harvest our honey, I save these jars. I wash them out real good, and that's what we store our honey in a lot of times. So you just stir this up, and into this, it looks like it might be a little soupy, but it won't be whenever you get it cooked in the oven. So I'm gonna put my peppers and my onions in, and I'm gonna stir it up. Like I say, it's a lot prettier if you layer this, but this is just for us, and like I say, it's a small one, so I'm not gonna go to all that trouble. Now, into that, I put mushrooms. You can use fresh mushrooms if you want to. I do if I have them, but I just have these jarred mushrooms, and I don't put a whole lot because I'm not fond of them.
I don't like them either.
My husband really likes them, but I'm not very fond of them. And next, we're gonna put some olives. Promise, I need to get a knife right here. Sorry. And I'm gonna slice up some black olives. You don't have to put black olives in it if you don't like it. My granddaughter does not like the olives. So, but you don't have to put them. But it's more like a pizza if you have the mushrooms and the olives in it. And then we're gonna put, after we do this, we're gonna put our salami and our pepperoni. And I'm not going to put a whole lot of these in it. I'm just going to put a few. And it makes it pretty, too. So, I'm going to stir those in a little bit. I'm just trying to make this as simple as I can. Alright, now, we're going to put our pepperoni. And I just press my pepperoni down in there. So you'll have some down in the casserole. And then I'm going to put some on top. And you can put as much as you want, or as little as you want. Now, I'm going to put my chicken in. I'm just going to press it down like so. You can leave some on top if you want to. But that's down in there just gets real juicy, and your pasta sauce gets all over it. So I'm going to leave a few pieces to put on top of my cheese, because you want everybody to have at least 1 or 2 pieces of the chicken. Or you can cut your chicken up smaller if you want to. That's just up to you. So I think I'm going to leave that and put on top, and then we'll put our cheese on top of that. So now I'm going to put some, this is a real meaty dish. My husband loves meat, so, and if you get a pizza that is the Supreme or the Super Supreme, you're going to get a lot of meat on it. So that's what we're doing here. We're putting just a lot of meat, and so, and now I'm going to push this down in there like so. And now it's time for our cheese. Well, I'm going to put some more of this chicken right on top. These are a little thick, but that'll be all right. I don't think I'm going to use all of this. I'm going to save those 2 pieces because that's a lot of chicken in there. Now, we have Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan. I'm gonna put that in, and I'm gonna stir it. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit down in there, so some of that goodie can get down in the casserole. I'm gonna put a little bit more, and now we're gonna put mozzarella. Now I grated this myself. It's always better if you grate your own mozzarella because it melts a lot better. This is like 1.5 cups of mozzarella. And on top of this, we're going to use an Italian style cheese. It is finely shredded, and it's mozzarella, provolone, Parmesan, Romano, Fontina, and Asiago.
Where'd you get it?
I got this at Walmart. It's just great value. But you can use Kraft. You can use any kind of cheese that you would like. This is just what we like. And I know it's got a lot of cheese in it, but that makes it just more delicious. So I'm going to pop this in the oven.
How long?
On 350 for, I'm going to check it after like 25 minutes, because when it gets, and this is an 8-ounce bag, that was probably half the bag, and that's all you're going to need for a small dish like this. I'm going to check it at like 25 minutes. You just want it to get hot through and through and your cheese to melt. So I'm going to pop this in a 350-degree oven, and we'll be back with you as soon as it gets through.